If you have a new LLC, I've got great news for you. I want to share with you some business credit cards for bad credit that you might be interested in actually applying for. Okay. So the first search card I want to share with you is actually a REMP. So if you have an LLC with bad credit, think about REMP. And the cool thing about REMP here is that you have no annual fee or foreign transaction fees. Okay. And this card actually has a no personal credit check or personal guarantee required. So that's kind of cool because if you have, let's say, a FICO score of 300 or 325, and you do not want to be bothered with credit check, then think about REMP. And the REMP can be really good for your new LLC because the provider actually issues unlimited virtual cards and physical cards for each employee. Okay, so that's kind of cool. And you have to understand that this card also prevents out of policy spending with built-in controls, including spend restrictions by category or merchant. The only thing is that if you have bad credit, if you have a new LLC and you have bad credit, this card actually requires that you have some money because you must have at least $25,000 in cash in any U.S. business bank account to qualify. Okay, so think of REMP as a corporate charge card. This is a corporate charge card. Okay, so you are required your new LLC is required to pay the monthly balance in full by each statement period. So REMP does not allow you to revolve, like to actually revolve any balance. You're not going to roll over any balance, okay? And to qualify for this credit card, you need to have most of your operations and corporate spend in the U.S. Okay, I mean REMP does support international transactions and will waive all related transaction fees, but they want you to really be based in the States and they want you to really spend most of your cash in this country. Okay. So, but overall, what I love about this card is that you have direct integrations with popular tools and card level spending controls and alerts. So, this is kind of cool for your new LLC. Fantastic. Okay. And also, you have 1 to 1.5% in terms of rewards. Okay, and the reward rate varies by customer, and REMP actually is the one that determines actually the final number. If you have a new LLC and you're looking for a business credit card for a bad credit, I want you to think about Brex. So REMP, and then you have Brex. Brex is kind of similar to REMP in the sense that basically you are able to like, first of all, this card is great for owners who may have limited credit history but a well-funded company. So kind of similar to REMP in the sense that you need to have some cash in the bank account. And if you're not incorporated or want the ability to revolve a balance, look elsewhere because this breast card is the same thing as REMP in the sense that you have a corporate charge card. Okay, you do not have to revolve. You do not have to roll over the balance. But the cool thing about Brex is that unlike REMP, Brex does have a more varied, a more diverse source of rewards. For example, you can get 10,000 points when you spend 3,000 on a breast card within your first 3 months. Okay. Basically, you have credit limits actually 10 to 20x higher than traditional small business corporate cards. That's kind of cool. But Brex actually increases the limit a little bit in terms of a cash balance you got to have. So Brex wants you to have $50,000. REMP wants you to have 25 grand. Brex wants you to have $50,000, 50. Okay, and but the cool thing is you are earning points. Your new LLC is earning points on every dollar spent with industry leading suppliers. 7x on rideshare, 4x on Brex travel, 3x on restaurants, 2x on software subscriptions, and 1x on all other transactions. So that's kind of cool. And you're also able to earn 3x Brex rewards points on all eligible Apple purchases through the link or like through the link that Brex will actually send to you. So that's kind of cool. And overall, what I love about this Brex card is that you can be approved real fast. So that's really the major benefit to really think of it. Okay. And basically, you are billed monthly, but just remember, you are paying the full balance every month. Okay. You're not really allowed to roll over, to roll any balance over from 1 month to the next. If you have a new LLC and you're looking for a business credit card for bad credit, I want you to really think about the Capital One Spark Classic for business. So basically, this is a pretty good card. I mean, good card in the sense that you can be approved real fast. Okay, you can be reapproved real fast, and basically, the card is nothing flashy. This card is not going to give you like what the Brex is giving you or Ramp is giving you. Okay, so if you have bad credit or you have fair credit and you have a new LLC, apply for this card. Okay, basically, the card has no annual fee. This is a credit card, so you can revolve, you can roll over balances. You don't have to pay everything, anything. This is not a corporate charge card. This is a an actual business credit card. Okay, so if your new LLC, for instance, has a cash problem one month and cannot really pay the full balance, that's fine. With this card, you can roll over balances, and so basically you will receive 1% cashback on all eligible purchases with no sign up or activations required. And the rewards are unlimited and will not expire while your account is open. Okay. So this is something that you have to think about. The only thing is that Capital One does charge, they charge like crazy high APR. Like 30% is nothing really, it's not really, nothing really, how do I say it? This is not something that's rare with Capital One. They charge 25 to 30%, which means what? With Capital One, you want to pay the full balance if you can. And Capital One reports business card activity to the business credit bureaus. So that's kind of cool. In other words, they're reporting it to Dun and Bradstreet, to Equifax and Experian Business. So that's kind of cool because it really helps you build business credit real fast. Okay. And one thing I want to say here is that the Capital One Spark Classic for Business actually works great for building credit if your new LLC if you have bad credit and you have a new LLC, okay. And but if you're able to improve your credit profile, it's just better to go to maybe the Capital One Spark Classic. I mean, they have other Spark business credit cards that you can actually qualify for. If you have a new LLC and you are looking for a business credit card for that new LLC, I want you to really think about Credit One Bank Platinum Visa. So now this is a personal credit card. This is not a business credit card, but you can use it actually for your new LLC, especially when if the amount, like if you don't have to charge a lot. Okay, let's say you want to charge 5,000 or 10,000, that's kind of cool. But if you want to charge more, it's just better to avoid this card. Okay, so now the Credit One Bank Platinum Visa is actually good in the sense that you are able to get 1% cash back in the form of statement credit on eligible purchases in in some categories. For instance, you have gas, you have groceries, you have internet, you have mobile phone service, you have cable and satellite TV services. So that's kind of cool, okay? And so one thing I want to say here is that this card also allows you to have actually to get some other how do I say it? Some other benefits. Let me explain here. Basically, what you can do is that you can monitor your credit health with free monthly access to your credit score and credit report summary, and you will be automatically reviewed for credit line increases with this card. Okay, so if you have a growing business, a growing LLC business, or you are a busy entrepreneur, you can really go with this card. Now, one thing I want to say here is that this card will charge you actually some annual fees. Okay, the first year and thereafter. So you want to use this card if you've tried everything else and you cannot really get approved for anything. Then you want to try this card. But this is another kind of card that you want to really use for a long time because after a while it just becomes it doesn't be it's not really interesting. That's one thing to really think about, and that's just a card you want to use temporarily to take care of business, but after a while just move to another one. So if you have a new LLC and you're looking for a business credit card for bad credit, I want you to think about Delta Sky Miles Gold Business American Express card. Now, this card is actually a great way if you spend a lot of money on travel. Maybe your new LLC requires you to travel. Maybe you have a real estate LLC or a travel agency that's actually organized as an LLC. So you spend a lot on traveling. So this card can be great for you. Okay. Now the card actually charges an annual fee. So just be aware of that. So just make sure that the benefits actually offset the charge. Okay. So, but American Express is not really charging you anything the first year. So the annual fee is $0 the first year, then $150. So they're charging you $150 afterwards. And there is a welcome bonus on the card. You can earn 60,000 bonus miles after spending 4,000 in purchases on your new card in your first 6 months of card membership. Okay, you have 2 miles per dollar spent directly with Delta, 2 miles per dollar on U.S. shipping purchases and on U.S. advertising and select media on up to a 50 grand in eligible purchases per category per year. And you have 1 mile on every eligible dollar spent on other purchases. So this is the kind of card that you really want to go for if you are a Delta Airlines aficionado or aficionada. Okay, if you like them, then that's really cool. And or if you travel in general, you have, for instance, priority boarding for you and up to 8 others on your reservation. You have first check bag free on Delta flights for you and up to 8 others on your reservation. And you also have $200 Delta flight credit for future travel after spending 10 grand in a calendar year on the card. So again, this is the kind of card that you want to go for if you really are, if you spend a lot, when it comes to traveling. Okay. And one thing I want to say here is that basically there are some perks that could be more interesting than others, depending on depending on what your new LLC actually spends money primarily on. So if you're looking for a business credit card for bad credit for a new LLC startup, I want you to think about the Inc. Business Preferred credit card. And so this card is really good. I mean, this is from Chase. So you have a traditional bank, a major bank, if not the first bank in the country. Okay, and this card actually is great if your LLC is looking for perks, is looking for bonus points. Okay, and so you have a big sign-up bonus, high ongoing rewards, okay, in common business spending categories, and an array of perks. Okay, so that's kind of cool. And but the card actually charges you an annual fee. So Chase is charging you $95 every month, every year, not every month, every year. Okay, so that's good because basically Chase does have other credit cards where they're charging as much as $6.95, but here they're charging you only $95. So you're able, for instance, to offset that annual fee through the bonus points that you get. For instance, you can earn 90,000 bonus points after you spend 8,000 on purchases in the first 3 months from account opening. That's actually $900 cash back or $1125 toward travel when redeemed through Chase Travel. You can also earn 3 points per dollar on the first $150,000 spent on travel and select business categories every account anniversary year. And afterwards, you earn 1 point per dollar on all other purchases. So that's kind of cool. And one thing I want to say here is that overall, you want to redeem those points. If your new LLC is going to redeem the points, please do so through a Chase Travel, because points are worth 25% more when you redeem them through Chase Travel. Okay, 125%. That's kind of cool. And you also have the fact that you have transfer partners. Okay, the transfer partners are pretty interesting. You are able to take advantage of the card a lot better. So that's really fantastic from a scalability point of view. So the travel partners, for instance, you have Aer Lingus Air Club. You have Air France KLM Flying Blue. You have British Airways Executive Club. You have Emirates Skywards. You have Iberia Plus. You have JetBlue, True Blue. That's something that I have seen that really great. You have Singapore Airlines KrisFlyer. That's really cool. You have Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards, United Mileage Plus. That's another great partner. You have Marriott Bonvoy, World of Hyatt, IHG Rewards Club, but also Virgin Atlantic Flying Club. So those are the six top business credit cards for bad credit if you have a new LLC. Okay, let me give you some general information here. So it's important to understand that when you have a new LLC and you have bad credit, you always have to ask yourself whether or not we can get a card from your current financial institution. So before you go out there and look for a credit card provider, see whether or not your bank or credit union, like the bank where you are at, the credit union where you are at, does have possibilities for you to get a business credit card, despite your bad credit. It's always easier to start there because then they already have their info about you. You have their relationship already, so you are able to know exactly what to get from there. Okay, so if your bank or credit union doesn't offer a business credit card for folks in your folks with your credit profile, in other words, if they don't like bad credit individuals, for instance, entrepreneurs, what you want to do is you want to look for business credit cards that offer pre-approval, because you do want to make sure that you are able to apply, but also reduce the risk of having a hard pull right off the bat. And once you go for a hard pull, once you go for soft pull, you also want to really pay attention to what kind of business credit cards you're looking for. Are you looking for a travel credit card? Are you looking for a cashback? Are you looking for rewards? Rewards? Are you looking for points? So the type of cards you're looking for is going to guide you big time in making the right choice. Okay, and that's how you're going to navigate the whole credit card process. But the six cards that I really shared with you, you can see that the top two, ramp and breast card, really require you to have money. So if you have bad credit, you better have some cash in the bank so that you can really offset the negative profile that you have with your bad credit. Okay, so for instance, ramp wants you to have 25 grand, while breast card wants you to have 50 grand. Okay, and you cannot really roll over anything. Okay, so those are corporate charge cards. And then you have the ones that Capital One is offering. Capital One and Inc. are offering. Those are general business credit cards. Or if you want to go more, if you want to niche down, you can use Delta for travel, or Credit One Bank Platinum Visa if you are interested in getting a personal credit card that you can use for business purposes. So in conclusion to this conversation, I'll share with you a business credit cards for bad credit. And if you have an LLC startup, so you have Ramp Breast Card, Capital One Spark Classic for business, Credit One Bank Platinum Visa, Delta Sky Miles, Inc. Business Preferred Credit Card. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.